Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. This will be a super cool one, a very interesting, and from a company that I haven't, or a designer that I haven't actually experienced here in a bit. But this is the next Vanguard collaboration. So at some point it'll be available at DLT Trading at least. I don't know if they do any other retailers, but I was speaking with Vanguard and they said we're gonna do a pre-order and they'll update everybody via the newsletter on their website. So I will link their website and you guys can check that out because I don't know the actual release date. They weren't sure exactly when they were gonna do it and they said we'll update everybody on the newsletter. So if you guys wanna be a part of that, I will link their website down in the description and you guys can go join their newsletter. Thanks to Vanguard and Gavko for sending this to me. Thanks to my patrons for sending in, thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. I don't know if their objective was to send me more than one. I did talk, and apparently as these pre-production samples, so here's what my brain told me to say. Pre-production sandwiches. Pre-production samples is what I'm trying to make come out of my mouth, my face hole, make word. These were, I'm not laughing at what happened. I'm laughing at the stupid thought that I had. From what I understand, there were 3 pre-production samples sent to Gavko, and 2 of those pre-production samples were lost. Or to put it comedically, as Vanguard Knives did, these lemon sharks now swim in the sea, which is what this knife is called. But Gavko did manage to get one, and this one was sent to me. So there are different variations, and yes, one of them is a shiny, high-polished DLC, as we have seen from Vanguard Knives in the past. What we have here is still quite the spicy boy. Gavko always does a shark theme, and somehow they always manage to make their knives look like sharks, or at least the suggestion or the knowledge of the fact that Gavko does the shark theme kind of puts it in your head, and then you see the knife and then you relate it to a shark. You kind of force your brain to go there. I'm not really sure what type of psychology is happening, but every time Gavko makes a knife, I'm like, yeah, it does kind of make me think of a shark. I'm not sure why. That or Gavko just has a distinct look. But this is the Lemon Shark, the collaboration between Vanguard and Gavko. This particular version has some beautiful Timascus underneath within those holes. Then we have a Timascus pivot collar and a beautiful Timascus pocket clip. Nice big open hole, almost Spyderco-esque. There is a little bit of something kind of Spyderco-y, right? About this knife, and I like it. I'm here for it. I think Gavko typically does not do the oval and circle hole shape. They typically do, you know, like an opening slot or more of like a geometric, like not a circle, like some other shape. So that's what's giving it this sort of Spyderco kind of like alternate universe PM2 look, and the end result is beautiful. The other thing that I love is they didn't say, okay, this is where we're going to end the jimping. They were like, how much jimping should we put on there? Yes, that's what they decided, was all of the jimping all the way down, and it is functional all the way down the blade, so you can put your finger wherever you want to, which I think is really cool. It's a good look and somehow gives it that, maybe not like it doesn't specifically relate to sharks, but it does have these ridges and this elongated Persian style trailing point. I mean, I don't know, it kind of tips down at the end. This look does make me think of the ocean. It makes me think of some deep sea oceanic creature. Gavko has a knack for doing that, for making things look distinctly, from the ocean. So that's pretty cool. Not everybody loves holes all over the place, so if that's not your cup of tea, I completely understand. People seem to be on one side of the fence or the other about that. I think it looks pretty good with certain aesthetics. But what they've done here, and if you can't tell, I had already been into the package before I'd opened this up. What they've done here is created a supremely comfortable ergonomic design. Whatever you think of the look of it, this is a stupidly easy knife to manipulate, and it is also an insanely comfortable knife to manipulate and hold. What is the blade steel? Get ready. They're using Z-Finit. Z-Finit. You remember that? So what is Z-Finit? It is essentially the same thing as Chronodur 30, aka LC200N. It goes by 3 different names. One of those names was a change of name due to acquisition, and one of those names, I believe, is a different company making the same steel. But my lore on the history of blade steels is always foggy. As soon as things trade hands or somebody makes another version of it, I'm like, I don't know, right? But that's what they're going to make, Z-Finit. This is an insanely stain-resistant steel, which is fitting considering the shark/ocean theme. We have some incredible hyper stainless steels on the market currently, like Vanax and, of course, MagnaCut. So how Chronodur 30 and Z-Finit stacks up, I believe it has incredible corrosion resistance. Is very similar to Vanax. I think it's actually more stainless than MagnaCut. It might actually be more stainless than Vanax, but I don't know. I can't remember which one of those steels is more stain resistant. Edge retention is not the same. Edge retention is lower, I think, than Vanax, certainly lower than MagnaCut. And then it has some other properties, like ease of maintenance is very, very good. Toughness is very, very good. It's a good steel. I don't think it's going to be like the end-all, be-all saltwater steel. I'm not saying that we're still judging this steel. This steel's been around for a long time. But it is generally considered to be a good steel, and certainly a premium steel when it comes to pocket knives. I think a lot of people who would be interested in a pocket knife of this tier sometimes are just interested in variation of steel, especially considering every other thing right now is either MagnaCut or M390. So sometimes it's like, even if it is an inferior steel, like when you consider the multi-directional teeter-totter of the composition, sometimes it's like, I don't really care, I just want something that's a different steel, right? I mean, I know that a lot of you think that way. I'm kind of like that too. But anyways, cutting geometry, nice and thin behind the edge, nice choil here. Give you guys a look at that plunge grind. Clothespin stop position is actually behind this little area here, so nothing under the plunge grind. You can see some nice shouldering right there. That's good. Yeah, really, really comfortable, very cool. Plenty of access to the lock bar in here. Love that, and nice and smooth. Vanguard manufactures a good pocket knife. This is just a first impressions video. It's not a review. I'll give you guys a quick measurement and a weight. Overall length of the Lemon Shark coming in at 8 inches, so it is a full-size knife. Blade length is 3.65. Very nice ratios. Cutting edge is 3 1/8 due to a large forward choil there. Let's go ahead and weigh it. The weight of the Lemon Shark, which again, I'm pretty sure that's what he said it was going to be called. Why do you want to do fluid ounces? Stupid rectangle. Here we go. 3.7 ounces. Not bad. Not bad for a 3.65-inch blade and full tie. Love how they lay this material. Can we actually see it? Can we see the plate of time? Yeah, it's a plate of Timascus underneath there. And then you get to peek through at it right here. Really nice. Nice touch there. A few different variations will be available. Again, additional details will come if you want to check the newsletter. Eventually, they'll be for sale at DLT. That's what they told me. So you guys can check all that out if you want to. Expect a full-length review down the road, but that's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.